No, I'm about to go in. Told me that I couldn't do it, but I gotta bring it back, so they're really numb with it. Let's go. Tell me where you're from, where you stay. Now I keep it lit from the coast to the bay. Peace on the right.
If you guys are looking to get cheap and instant Madden 18 coins, be sure to head over to muttcoinbank.com and use promo code MAZE at checkout for 10% off. Today on the channel, we got some absolute fire. If you guys have been paying attention to the competitive scene of Madden, you know the Las Vegas Challenger event was this past weekend. And at the event, the winner, Stevie J, kind of came out of nowhere, a little bit of an underdog, but he came and took the entire tournament by storm and won the whole thing. And with that victory, he actually secured himself a spot in the tournament in Burbank that's going on and a chance to win a lot more money. But there were a lot of good players there, a lot of professional players, all the top players were at that tournament. And this dude, Stevie J, came out and beat them all. So now today, what I'm going over is the run scheme he used to win the tournament. This is his offensive scheme. I'm actually not going over the full scheme, just the basic version and the run plays he uses out of it, because it's a very run heavy scheme. And there's two plays in it that if you rotate between them, it's almost unstoppable. The pros couldn't figure out how to stop it. There's a lot of people online who run it. It's really tough to stop. And I'm just gonna be going over that for you guys today. Is that a single back tight slots? I'm in the Houston Texans playbook. If you guys are looking for it, that is a playbook I'm in. It's in a lot of other playbooks. This is a pretty common formation, I think, but single back tight slots. So the two plays I'm gonna be rotating between is halfback pitch and halfback dive. So if you know you're gonna be running the ball or you're wanting to run the ball, you come out in halfback pitch, because then you can always you can audible to halfback dive. So I'm always gonna want to come back and halfback pitch. And then obviously, if you're running this scheme on your own, there's halfback wheel, there is deep post, there are deep curls, there's other plays you can run out of this that are pass plays. But these are the run plays because it is a very run heavy scheme. So to start, like I said, we're coming out in halfback pitch and we're running a random play. All right, so essentially you come out in the toss, and I'm going against a random defense, so it's completely random. Honestly, I don't really like the toss look here because there's some corners and stuff on the outside. But essentially what you do is you come out and you can choose what side you want to run it to. You just flip the play, and because it's a symmetrical formation, no one's gonna change. So whatever side you think would be better to run it to, that's the side you're gonna flip it to. And then also there's halfback dive, like I mentioned, you can just audible to it right there, and you can flip that one also. So whatever you think is the better look to run it on is the run play you choose. So in this case, I'm just gonna stick with halfback dive. Again, like I said, I don't really like this look that much, but I'm still gonna run it to the right, this halfback dive, and I'm gonna show you the things that Stevie J did in the tournament to get it to be so effective. So essentially when you're running dive, you're gonna take one of these receivers, motion him over to the side you're tossing it to. So if I'm running it to the right, I'm gonna take one of these slot receivers and motion him to the right. I'm gonna motion hike it right as he gets to where Cook is. And if I'm running it to the left, I'm gonna take Cook, and I'm gonna motion him and hike it right as he gets to where Roberts is. And by motion hiking it, you're essentially giving them like a head start on their block. So I'm gonna show you right now as I run it. Get right here, motion hike it as he gets to that outside tackle. And then if my guard would have been a little bit faster and picked up that block, I would have been gone off the outside. So I'm gonna run it again and show you guys. This time I'm gonna run it. I see that safety just came down, so I'm actually gonna flip it, run it to the left. And I'm gonna take Roberts, motion him over, and do the exact same thing. And as you see here, I'm getting the outside and getting a really big gain. Again, there's every now and then you're just gonna bust a huge run and get a touchdown out of it. So here in goal line, obviously you could run it again. I'm gonna run it to the right because it looks like there's a little bit less guys over there. Motion Roberts over. And I'm getting to the outside for a touchdown. Assuming I don't get caught right here. Yeah, there we go for a touchdown. Obviously that was goal line, so it's a little bit different look, but I'm running random defense, so this is against completely random defenses. Again, I'm gonna take Cook and go to the left here, hike it right as he gets right there. And then from there, you're getting, like, honestly, you can get anywhere from 8 yards to like a touchdown on average. Here, I'm gonna show you what happens if you want to audible to dive. So let's say you see the corners are on the outside, he's playing the outside leverage, you want to audible up the middle. What you're gonna do is whatever side you run it on, you're going to take this inside receiver, motion him in again, except hike it right as he gets to your guard. So right as he gets like right between your guard and tackle. I think I did a little bit too late there, but as you see, another huge gain on the run. So whatever look the defense gives you, you're just gonna audible and pick and choose where you wanna run it. Here, I'm gonna audible to dive again because the box is looking light. I'm actually gonna run it to this other side here, and I'm gonna motion Roberts in, hike it a little bit early, and then I'm gonna get right up there. I kind of ran into my center, but as you saw, there are holes. This is a very, very good run scheme. This thing was unstoppable if you really know how to run it. And then if you know how to throw in the passes and stuff to make it effective too. As you see, if I can juke this fool out, let's go, baby. But as you see, it's just super high powered, a super high powered run scheme. Really simple too. You just pick and choose where you want to run it, motion the guy to the side you're gonna run it, and then the blocks kind of just line up themselves. Cut inside there, get to the outside, let's go. Another just like 15 yards, 10 to 15 yards. Sometimes you get open field, you bust a fat one. So as you see, there's only 3 down linemen. I'm not gonna run a toss, I'm gonna run it straight up the middle dive. Again, when you're running dive, the inside receiver, you're gonna motion him and hike it right there and give him a little boost up the front. I got 6 yards. I could have got a lot more if I like read my blocks a little better. I'm not a very good runner in this game. I tend to pass the ball a lot more, but it's not very hard to follow your blocks with this scheme. Even when it looks like it got blown up, I got 6 yards. So if you're getting 6 yards a run, you are absolutely killing it. The thing that makes this so effective to me is the fact that they can run it really far to the outside or right up the middle. So if you put guys on the outside, it's gonna leave the middle open. If you put guys in the middle, it's gonna leave the outside open. You kind of got to pick your poison here, and it's really tough to stop. Again, this guy just won this big tournament with a bunch of pros. Get another 10 yards right there. But this is the run scheme essentially. Obviously, there are a lot of other plays out of this formation you can audible to, like bench and deep curls and stuff like that. But if you are going to run this scheme, I would recommend lapping up some pass plays to go along with it. But anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy the video and enjoyed this running scheme. I don't usually post many running schemes because, like I said, I pass the ball more than I run the ball. But if it does help you out, leave a like down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I'll be seeing you guys in the next video.